Have you ever felt that you're just frustrated, angry because life goes in a different direction as you had planned for that particular day? You're all set up, for example, to go on a camping trip, and something happens, something such as this, a snowfall that will prevent you from going just absolutely anywhere out of the blue. What is the first reaction? I don't know about you, but for me, I just feel completely frustrated. Oh no, what am I going to do now? What the heck? Now I have to reorganize everything. I have the whole car parked, packed. It's an inconvenience to say the least, right? And so we get frustrated, we get angry. We're like, why is life doing this to me right now? Hey, really? This is not the right time. Do you have examples like that? Has that ever happened to you? Well, it happens to me all the time. And I'm learning to do something different because we just don't know. We don't know why the universe, the source, creation, whatever you want to call it, has these plans that may appear chaotic on the outside, but they have this perfect order and this perfect reason for being, just like the river flowing, just like the snow falling, preventing me from getting out. What if what we don't see, because hindsight is always 2020, what if what had to happen was the perfect medicine we needed at that time to prevent something worse from happening? What if I was to jump on my car with my family and get on with my trip? I was going to encounter the snowstorm in the middle of the road and get off the ditch, like the road into a ditch, and just turn over and die. I don't know, something, or be paraplegic or get into a terrible accident. So what if what we perceive at the time as a huge inconvenience, because it's not aligned with what we had humanly planned, is perfect? It's just perfect. And it's actually the universe helping us to prevent things from happening. And so that happened to me. I was precisely going to plan to go on a skiing trip, and exactly that same thing happened. Everything was packed. Everything was ready to go. Everything was on the go. And this is actually a funny story, but it's not funny at all, and it's terrible at a work level. But we were so looking for my oldest son and myself to go on a skiing trip away from the province into north of Montreal, into a place called Mount Sutton. My son had a new camera. He kept making videos, and as I'm driving, he's like, "Mom, wouldn't it be funny if Mount Sutton becomes suddenly closed?" But instead of saying suddenly closed, he would say suddenly, like suddenly closed. And we kept laughing at it. Well, we literally parked. We were like in front of the resort, and the Airbnb person that we were waiting to go to his house, it was about we still had another hour. We just wanted to check it out. Right at that moment, he calls me and he said, "Hey, are you on your way?" I said, "No, on my way. I'm pretty much here." And he's like, "Well, you better turn around because I'm a ski patrol as well, and everything has shut down because of COVID." That was March 14th. Imagine that. And my son and I were like, what? And but the truth is that we did have to turn around. And then on the way back, we stopped at a rest stop and we went into to use the facilities. And right there was a beautiful, beautiful picture. And it had two people, just like my son and myself. And it said, "The greatest trips lead you back to home." And it's interesting because all we wanted to do is to ski. And at the time, it was a bummer. It's like, why is this happening to us? But then we got back home, and right around the corner, I have a ski resort. And that was going to be open one more day. So my son and I went to ski, and we couldn't believe it. And we're like, "Mom, I wonder why that had to happen." Well, we don't understand this incredible, perfect laws or just the way the cards fall in the universe, but we have to believe they're perfect. They're perfect for us at the time, because imagine if we had been caught back in Quebec, north of Quebec, away from our family, separated from the family because everything started closing down. They were doing controls in highways, so everything had turned out to be perfect. And then the next year, 2 years later, we ended up going there, and it was a fabulous experience. So So what I'm saying is like, let's stop, look, and listen, and tell me what in your life you're resisting. What in your life has gone in a completely different direction that is not what you wanted, is not aligned what you had envisioned. But can you just take a deep breath through your nose and exhale and try to see what is the opportunity, what is that event in your life trying to tell you, and where is it guiding you to go? Because we have to have trust and faith instead of fear and doubt, and stop resisting. Just like the beautiful water here, it just flows around all the obstacles. We need to learn to do the same so we can find peace and ease through the flow of our lives instead of falling into a pattern of fear, doubt that creates tension and dis-ease. Let's flow with ease in life. What does it mean for you today to flow with life? What is it in your life today, something that is not flowing, that you really want it to flow your way, but it's not? Let's look at that obstacle, because that obstacle may well be a door that is guiding you. If you open it and go through it, not around it, not underneath, but through it, it may lead you to something magical and expansive. So I'm going to do the same. I hope you're doing the same, and that will guide you hopefully to the best version of yourself, because everybody else is taken. So I want you to be you, I'll be myself, and together we can create a beautiful collective world. I hope that this resonates with your soul and your heart, and that you're everyday conscious of embracing those obstacles, those different, cross paths in our lives that take us completely in a different direction that we were expecting. So keep shining bright. I'll do the same, and together we'll make this world a beautiful, beautiful, shiny space. So love, peace, and namaste.